Beloved Masters of Light, I come to you now, as always, with the radiance of the eternal flame, the sword of divine truth, and the shield of unwavering love. In this sacred moment, I bring insights into what many of you perceive as spiritual warfare, a struggle not fought with weapons of the physical world, but with the vibration of choice, intention, and the remembrance of who you truly are. These insights are not given to create fear, but to awaken clarity, empowerment, and the understanding that within every seeming battle, the true victory lies not in domination, but in alignment with divine will and eternal love. The term spiritual warfare has long carried shadows of conflict and opposition, and yet, dear ones, the greater truth is that the battleground is not outside of you, but within the chambers of your heart and mind. The struggle is not between armies of angels and demons as human imagination has often painted, but between the frequencies of fear and love, between separation and unity, between the voice of your ego and the song of your soul. You are not victims caught in a war beyond your control. You are sovereign participants who hold within your very being the tools to transmute darkness into light. You have incarnated in a time of profound transition where the veils are thinning, the old paradigms are dissolving, and the hidden patterns of imbalance are being revealed. As the light increases, so too do the shadows rise to the surface, for they can no longer remain concealed. This surfacing of distortion may feel like an intensification of opposition, but I tell you, it is the very evidence of healing in motion. What was once hidden now comes to the light so it may be acknowledged, transmuted, and released. The warfare is not against an external enemy, it is the soul's reclamation of its wholeness, the spirit's insistence that all fragmented parts return to harmony. When you feel surrounded by confusion, division, or fear, pause and remember, nothing has the power to define your reality except the choices you make in your consciousness. The forces of shadow, whether they appear as manipulative systems, toxic relationships, or internal voices of self-doubt, have no authority except that which you grant them. Spiritual warfare is the process of withdrawing your consent from illusion and reclaiming your power as a luminous being of divine origin. You fight not by striking, but by standing, not by wounding, but by remembering. Every time you affirm, I am a sovereign being of light. I choose love. I choose truth. I choose peace, you wield the greatest weapon of all, the creative force of your alignment with Source. Beloved ones, you are surrounded by legions of light, and we, the archangels, the masters, and the councils of creation, do not wage war in the human sense. Our warfare is radiant. We shine with such intensity that the shadows dissolve. We anchor such clarity that confusion evaporates. We radiate such love that fear cannot endure. You, too, are called to embody this radiant stance. This is not passive, nor is it naive, it is the deepest form of strength. For the one who stands in truth without needing to attack is unconquerable. The one who radiates love without condition is untouchable by hate. The one who knows their eternal nature cannot be enslaved by the illusions of time. Understand also that spiritual warfare is not about choosing sides in the conflicts of the world, for the ego thrives on polarity and division. The call is to rise above the duality that fuels endless cycles of struggle and to anchor yourself in the higher octave of unity. This does not mean you ignore injustice or deny the presence of distortion, it means you address them from a higher plane of consciousness, where your actions are guided by wisdom rather than reaction. True spiritual warriors are healers, peacemakers, and visionaries who refuse to add more fuel to the fires of conflict, but instead bring the cool waters of clarity and compassion. When fear whispers to you that you are weak, I ask you to feel the eternal flame in your heart and remember, you carry the breath of the Creator within you. When anger tempts you to lash out, I invite you to pause, breathe, and choose the path of the heart, where justice is aligned with love, not vengeance. When despair tells you that the shadows are too great, lift your gaze and know that even the smallest flame has the power to pierce endless darkness. This is not a metaphor, it is the truth of energy. Light does not struggle against darkness, it simply shines, and the darkness cannot remain. Many of you are sensing the battlefields in your own inner world, old patterns surfacing, wounds demanding healing, ancestral memories calling for release. This, too, is part of spiritual warfare. The shadows you face within are not punishments, but invitations. They are fragments of yourself longing to return to love. Do not despise them or wage war against them in anger, for that only strengthens the illusion of separation. Instead, meet them with courage and compassion. Hold them in the light of your awareness until they soften, heal, and reintegrate. In this way, you become whole, and in your wholeness, you embody peace. There are also collective wounds being revealed, centuries of fear-based control, manipulation, and distortion surfacing in the systems of your world. These, too, are part of the Great Awakening. Do not despair when you see corruption unveiled, for the unveiling itself is progress. Do not be consumed by anger when you see injustice exposed, for this exposure is the first step to transformation. The old must be revealed in order to be released. Stand firm, beloved ones, and know that your role is not to drown in the noise of the world but to hold steady in the vibration of love, so that the new frequencies of truth may anchor more fully into your earth. Remember, you are never defenseless. You are equipped with tools of the highest order. Call upon the violet flame of transmutation to dissolve old energies. Envision my sword of truth cutting away cords of illusion that bind you. Surround yourself with the shield of light that reflects only love and truth. Invoke the golden light of Christ consciousness to fill your aura and infuse your thoughts. These are not symbolic gestures alone, they are energetic realities that respond to your intention and focus. Use them often, for the more you engage with these tools, the more natural their protection and empowerment become. And yet, the greatest tool of all is your heart. When you align with love, fear loses its grip. When you choose compassion, division begins to heal. When you act with integrity, manipulation cannot touch you. The heart is your compass, your fortress, and your sword, all in one. To cultivate the heart is to become invincible in the realm of spirit, for nothing can overcome one who embodies love without condition. I remind you also that spiritual warfare is not endless struggle, but a passage into liberation. The intensity you feel now is temporary, for you are moving through the birth canal of a new reality. The contractions of fear and the resistance of the old are part of the labor, but the birth is assured. You are not here to fight forever, you are here to awaken, to embody, to create. The more you align with love, the less struggle remains, until one day you realize that the war has dissolved, and only peace remains. Beloved ones, I see your courage, your weariness, your longing for peace. I tell you now, peace is not far, nor is it something to wait for in another age. It begins within you, in this very moment, with the choice to embody love despite the noise around you. Every time you choose love, you dismantle a piece of the illusion. Every time you stand in truth, you weaken the grip of fear. Every time you extend compassion, you heal not only yourself but the collective field. You are more powerful than you realize, for your light is not only your own, it is connected to the infinite light of Source. I, Archangel Michael, stand with you as a guardian, a guide, and a brother in the eternal family of light. I remind you that you are not fighting alone, nor are you fighting at all in the old sense of the word. You are standing, shining, and remembering. You are reclaiming what has always been yours, sovereignty, freedom, and love. Call upon me whenever you feel doubt, fear, or heaviness, and I will respond. Feel my sword clearing your path, my shield protecting your heart, my presence reminding you of your strength. Together we will continue this great work of transmutation until the world reflects the truth that already lives within you. And so, beloved ones, I leave you with this truth: spiritual warfare is not about destruction, but about restoration. It is the reclamation of light, the healing of wounds, the awakening of remembrance. You are the warriors of the heart, the bearers of light, the midwives of a new dawn. Stand tall, stand radiant, stand in love, and know that by doing so, you are already victorious. I am Archangel Michael, and I stand with you always, in the eternal embrace of divine love.